All right, let's talk about this real quick. Hey everyone, this is Kevin, the Apptrepreneur, and here's a funny story. I actually had already made this video. I made it, I edited it, I processed it. I ended up watching it one more time, which is actually rare for me to do on this channel. And after I rewatched it, I basically decided to scrap it and start over because I overcomplicated what was really supposed to be a very, very simple message. And that is going to be pretty obvious as we go over this again. So here's the thing. I'm going to give like a little bit of an update on my Robinhood situation. Now here's the thing. I know technically the year is over, with the exception of that one guy who said that because I ended the experiment one day early, I didn't actually end it a year later. Like, come on, dude. Like, really, get a life. I'm sorry, but get a life. And at the end, I mean, there was a little bit of a dip at the end, but overall, I was doing very well. Up like $12,000 plus, money from stocks that I had previously sold and had profited from. And I gave a very, very strong impression that the stock market was something that you could just put a little bit into and it will do nothing but go up. Now, here's the thing. My account does not show that actually happening. My account does show the falls and the rises, but I wanted to add this because shortly, and I mean very shortly after I made that video, the stock market pretty much went through a correctional period, and we are in the midst of that correction period where things are pretty ugly right now. So let me set this up and kind of explain to you what is going on. So when I ended the 1 year experiment, we were at roughly $23,000. As you can see, there was a $12,000 increase. However, we are now at today, and look at the change. Thing went down almost $5,000. Almost $5,000, and we are only ahead a little over $7,500 since we started this experiment. Now, here's the thing. Big picture first, we're still ahead over $7,000. So we're still doing good, but clearly this is a dip that is rare. I mean, as you can see, we had a dip here from like 2,100 to, 1,900, and that hurt. And this was a dip from 14,000 to 13,000. That hurt. At one point, $12,000, and then over the month, we saw it go down to $11,000. I mean, that, we've had some dips, but this is by far the most severe dip. We went from this, February 13th, this was 10 days ago, to this. That's pretty bad. As you can see, I do have $5,000 of buying power, and that's because I sold Plug, Givo, and Space. And I sold those because those were being hit really hard, and I think they're going to continue to be hit hard in the near future, so I am preserving my investment on those. And if they go down some more throughout the week, then I will rebuy them at cheaper prices. But for the time being, they got hit way too hard for me to justify holding on to them for a whole lot longer, especially since there's actually no sign of this slowing down. Well, kind of. I mean, we got down this far today. Like, I lost over $2,000 today on paper today almost. And as you can see, it has rebounded a little bit. But still, we are still ending the day at $1,200 less. And here's the reason I wanted to share that with you and discuss it with you, because shortly after I did the year cap off, a lot of people started signing up for Robinhood and Webull through my links below, primarily because they wanted to start on this and they wanted their free stocks. Now, they got free stocks, I got free stocks, and I thank them for signing up through my link. However, a couple of them did write me and say like I presented a misleading account of my Robinhood activity because I showed a portfolio that did nothing but go up, 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 and up. And by the way, there are other YouTubers out there that do this too. YouTube is to a certain extent theater. It's acting to a certain extent. It's a persona. You don't always gain by sharing the ugly side of life, the skeletons in the closet, the dips in your portfolio. So you will frequently show that, hey, look at how much money I've gained on these days, and then on the bad days, people tend to not talk about that. I do not want to be that channel. I want to talk about it. Now, again, I do it. I'm not going to lie. I do benefit when you sign up for Robinhood and Webull with the link below. And that has been the case forever on the channel. When I talk about Uber, Lyft, Postmates, maybe not so much DoorDash, but any of these companies, if you sign up for my referral link below, I get a kickback. That's why I leave them there. I'm very honest about these things. Hence, I had the Uber referral link as I was telling people that it was probably not a good idea. And if you still wanted to do it at that point, that was on you. But I want to make something very, very clear. There is a reason that I told people this is not financial advice. I am not telling you what to do with your money. While I do believe investing is good in general, you should always talk to a financial advisor if you do not know what you're doing. And even if you do know what you are doing, there are going to be just overall bad days. This is what a bad day looks like. Heck, this is what a bad month, or a bad week, I should say. Look at that just go down. $3,400 down in the last week. Now, it'll probably bounce back. I don't anticipate it's going to bounce back this week. In fact, I think like I'm in for a world of hurt for the next week on my portfolio. But the bottom line is, again, big picture, I'm still up quite a bit of money. I now have $5,000 to reinvest. I will be waiting for a couple days to kind of see, because I would like to have Jivo and Plug and Space back, but I need to see what they're doing. I mean, frustratingly, they actually bounced back a little bit even after I had sold them. But if you want to know why I'm not more upset about that, it's because you go back the month and look at that. There was a few bounce backs before it went down some more. So this one, this was the height, 74.77. And look, I do believe in it long term, but look, right now, for whatever reason, and actually, I think I know why the reason. I think I know that the mayor of Texas kind of blamed these alternate energy companies for the problems with the energy crisis in Texas right now, which is ludicrous because they only have like 10% reach in Texas, but that's politics for you. So so right now they're getting hammered on that. I might rebuy less Plug. I might buy a little bit more Airbnb because it's cheaper again. It is interesting to know, and this is one of the few things that I do recommend. There's a reason that people have Coke in their portfolio, because Coke is pretty steady despite the craziness that goes on in the world. I mean, if you want to, heck, it was more stable than Disney that had some, significant dips, but ultimately trended upwards. And yes, I obviously have stock in Disney. So, the point of this video, and this is why I just want to simplify it. The ultimate point of the video is that, and here, let's go back over here, is it's not all fun and games. This is real money that you're playing with. It just absolutely is. And it's fun. It's good to invest in something. I think if you do it smartly, you can definitely come out ahead, but you are going to have these days where you just take a major, major hit sometimes, and it's going to hurt, and you got to be careful. And I just want to tell you, look, YouTubers, we can share our tips. We can share what we buy. We can share our portfolio, and it's all fun and games, but I want to be the one to show that there was an ugly side to this, that within the span of a very short amount of time, you can go from this to this. And I want to be transparent about that because I don't want to mislead people into thinking that there is absolutely no risk on this. There is absolutely a risk when you buy stocks, whether it be on Robinhood, Webull, or Fidelity, or even through eTrader. So anyway, I think I made the point a little bit better this time around, but now the question is, what do all of you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Does this change your mind on getting into investing on Robinhood? I would love to know all those things. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.